inte komma långt ifrån. Och kom igen, bara säg det då. Jag har väntat.
Let me take you behind the scenes of a recent photo shoot a friend did in my home. I usually get people asking if it's okay to shoot in their homes because you're looking to start studio photography and don't know where to begin. Let's start with the good reasons for shooting at home. Firstly, it's convenient and comfortable since there's no need to travel. You're also more likely to feel relaxed because you're in familiar surroundings. Your clients can also feel relaxed because of the setting that they would usually come to meet. It's cost effective as it eliminates the need to rent a studio or an outdoor location. Plus, you'd have easy access to your own props and wardrobe, allowing you to incorporate meaningful items into the shoot, making it more personal. However, there are also some potential issues that you have to consider. Home environments can be restrictive in terms of available space and potential backdrops, which may lead to a lack of variety in the final images. Home lighting may also not always be ideal for portrait photography, leading to issues with shadows, uneven lighting, or color casts from colored ceilings and walls. Now, to mitigate that, you'd probably have to ensure that your ceilings and walls are of a neutral color and won't negatively affect your images. Cluttered or visually distracting backgrounds can be problematic when shooting at home, drawing attention away from your subject. However, in today's video, we'll explore how to creatively create some portraits of our stunning model at home. Now, the first solution is to set up a backdrop. This will help us expand our creativity and create a unique looking image. I want to quickly use this screen grab to do a quick demo of what is really going on in the set in terms of lighting. We used one light mainly, but you will see that there is a second light in the back. We added that later on in the photo shoot just because we wanted to increase the amount of separation that we were getting in the images that we're getting, right? So if you look at this image even, you will notice that we have a beautiful soft light on here, but then we have some crisp hard light hitting here as well, and that is coming from the bare bulb of the Godox 8200. But our main light is the softbox right here, and that is creating this beautiful soft light. She is being enveloped in this light, and so when this light travels in a 180 degree from the source. So this means that instead of the lights, it is going to be going in a straight line, yes, but then we still have some light that is going up this way, and then we have some coming all the way down. And that is why you can see that there is some illumination going on at the bottom. So if I'm supposed to even continue with the light drawings, it means that this is how the light is traveling all around in the studio. So it means that we're going to have some of that light come all the way down here, but because it's a darker color, we won't have a lot of bounce going back, and that is why we have the reflector here, so that some of the light is spinning all the way here will hit the reflector and then go back to open the shadows. And in the same way, some of the light that is going all the way above will hit this reflector and then bounce back to open up the shadow. So that is all that we're doing, and that is why we have all these two reflectors being placed the way they're being placed. Now, we also didn't place this light very close to her in all of the scenarios because, again, by the time this light travels, right, to light her up, it has become even bigger. Do you know what I mean? And so it means that this light source is now going to be wrapping around and opening up the shadows, plus the reflection that we are getting from our reflectors as well. But if I had, on the other hand, brought in this light source, so let's say the softbox is starting from somewhere here. If I just continue that, this is now our softbox, right? It means that yes, we will have it in frame, or maybe we can just compose the shot in such a way that the softbox does not show, and it's going to give us a soft light because this light source where it's starting from is relatively bigger than where it is over here. Even though it's the same size, because we moved it further back, it has become slightly harder, and that is why I'm using these reflectors to bounce the light again. But if I started from somewhere here, it would have been softer, but then our shadows would have been darker because the light doesn't have enough time to wrap around. So that is why we place the light, a few feet away from here, so that we can use some of that light that is spilling all around to just open up the shadows. And this is something that I just wanted to quickly draw your attention to, so let's enjoy the rest of the video. If it's possible to move things around, then do so to always create the space you need and set up a backdrop if you need to. Remember, the backdrop can be set up using backdrop stands or a simple blank wall in the house. In our case, I have set up a brown canvas backdrop and layered some brown fabric on top to create texture. You do not have to use the same setup. You can simply use the wall and some physical items like plants and chairs to build a little set. Afterwards, we focused on lighting for the image. Depending on the vibe of the image you want to create, you can choose to shoot bright and airy looking images with a backdrop to match, or something slightly moody and mysterious. We used a small light source as our main light, modified it with a 36-inch softbox, and added a reflector to bounce some of that light back onto the model, even though we wanted something with a little mood. So in order to achieve this, we positioned our model approximately 2 feet away from the backdrop and used the 36-inch softbox mentioned earlier as our main light. We used the Flashpoint Explore 400 Pro, but any light that you have will suffice. Now the key here is to remember to play and test your light angle and positioning properly till you achieve the desired effect. Generally speaking, when light sources are smaller than what you want to illuminate, they tend to be harder and more dramatic. But this softbox size gives us a good blend of dramatic light by creating a contrasty light source with a smooth gradation from light to dark. The link is in the description box. Now in terms of color scheme, we decided to create a monochromatic image using orange and brown hues. The model came with her orange hair and brown dress, so we decided to use the brown backdrop to complement that. Creating monochromatic images is something that I like to do a lot, but they can quickly get boring if you're not careful, and so to make the shot more dynamic, we played with the contrast of light and texture in the backdrop as described earlier. The more layers you have, the better, generally speaking. For the camera and lens combo, we shot using the Canon R5 and the Sigma 85 f1.4 lens, and we shot at 1.4. This enabled us to separate the model from the backdrop and also made it slightly softer. This pretty much sums everything up, and so if you found value in the video, please hit the subscribe button and leave a like, and also check out my digital store for gift cards that make great gifts for your photographer friends. They can purchase anything they want from my digital store, like my popular melanin skin tone LUTs, Lightroom presets, and my easy to use color grading tool, and more, up to the value of the card. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, don't ever give up.